hold on to your party hats, because cakes are way more fascinating than just being delicious. We've been celebrating with these sweet treats for ages, but did you know just how massive our obsession is? Globally, people gobble down a mind-boggling 50 to 100 million birthday cakes every single day. That's a lot of candles. Cakes have been the life of the party for centuries, and honestly, we still can't get enough of them. Did you know that in the UK alone, people spend over £368 million a year on cakes? Chocolate tops the chart as the most loved flavor, followed closely by good old vanilla. But cakes weren't always this fluffy and sweet. The very first cakes weren't fluffy at all. They were more like flat, dried grain discs. For centuries, these decadent delights were exclusively for the upper class. It wasn't until the 18th century that prices dropped, finally letting more people join the cake party. Oh, and speaking of big, get this. The world's tallest cake soared to an unbelievable 33 meters, and the most expensive one ever sold cost a jaw-dropping $75 million. Last but not least, everyone, mark your calendars, there's even a National Cake Day on the 26th of November. Now that's a celebration we can all get behind. It all starts with the finest ingredients. In most large-scale bakeries, the eggs usually come from trusted poultry farms that specialize in producing high-quality, food-grade eggs. These farms are often local or regional to ensure freshness, but some big bakeries also source from certified suppliers around the country or even internationally, depending on their standards. Once they arrive, the eggs are handled by some seriously cool machines that crack and separate them at lightning speed, yolks one way, whites the other, ready to be whipped. After the eggs are separated, it's time for the rest of the dream team to join the mix. We're talking sugar, flour, baking powder, a splash of milk, melted butter, and sometimes a dash of oil, all tossed into a giant industrial mixing bowl. Everything gets whipped together into a smooth, fluffy batter. And while classic vanilla sponge is always a crowd pleaser, things get even more exciting with flavors like matcha, zesty orange, rich chocolate, or even strawberry. Each batter has its own personality, but they all share one goal: to rise up and become the softest, most delicious cake layers ever. In many factories, the molds are either sprayed with a light mist of oil or lined with parchment paper to make sure nothing sticks because nobody likes a cake that won't let go. Once that's done, the smooth, airy batter is poured in with precision. Automated systems take over here, making sure every single mold gets the exact right amount, no more, no less. It's time to crank up the heat, literally. The ovens are fired up, and the anticipation kicks in as we wait to see those golden brown, soft, and fluffy sponge cakes rise to perfection. These industrial baking ovens are engineered to maintain exact temperatures throughout the process, making sure every single cake is evenly baked. These fluffy cakes are sent through slicing machines that neatly cut them into even, round layers like pancake perfection on repeat. This step is super important because soon, luscious layers of cream and fruity jam will be added in between, creating that classic, mouth-watering, layered cake look we all love. Using cutting machines ensures each slice is uniform. Before the cream goes on, some slices might get a quick spritz of syrup, and no, it's not just for show. This light mist of syrup helps keep the sponge layers moist, tender, and extra tasty. And here it is, the moment we've all been waiting for. You're now witnessing the magic of how that rich, creamy, melt-in-your-mouth frosting gets made. This irresistible stuff is the superstar of the cake world. And trust us, it's as addictive as it looks. Whether it's classic vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, or something wild like mango or matcha, the flavors and colors can be customized to match any design or craving. Now comes the fun part, layering up the goodness. Those rich, creamy frostings are generously spread between the fluffy sponge layers, creating that dreamy stack of cake and cream. After the cake layers are stacked and filled, it's time to give the whole thing a sweet makeover. A robotic arm steps in like a frosting artist, smoothly icing the entire cake with a flawless layer of creamy goodness. These factories use smart systems that turning cake making into a high-tech art form. The cakes are now ready for their final glow-up, the decoration stage. With the help of advanced machines, bakers can whip up stunning designs in no time, from elegant swirls and floral touches to super intricate patterns that look almost too pretty to eat. These machines bring precision and flair, turning every cake into a show-stopping masterpiece. However, when it comes to custom-made cakes, many bakeries still prefer the magic of hand decoration. Skilled bakers with a sharp eye for detail and a whole lot of creativity take the reins, turning each cake into a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. From delicate piping to handcrafted sugar flowers, these artisans know exactly how to bring a customer's vision to life, proving that sometimes the human touch makes all the difference. The cake cutting step might happen, or it might be skipped altogether, depending on the type of cake being made. But when slicing is needed, you can bet modern factories have machines for that too. High-speed cutters take care of the job with precision and consistency, making sure every piece is just right. It's quick, clean, and way more efficient than using a knife by hand. Once those glorious cakes are baked to perfection, they're ready for their next adventure. Some of them head straight into chilled storage rooms, keeping them fresh and ready for later enjoyment. Others are immediately packaged and whisked away to stores, eager to tempt anyone who walks by. Honestly, who could ever say no to the irresistible charm of a perfectly crafted, delicious cake? I certainly can't. So, that makes me wonder, what's your absolute favorite cake flavor? What if we told you that in some parts of the world, rats aren't pests but a profitable source of food? In Southeast Asia, rat farming has quietly grown into a booming rural business. From homemade traps to large-scale operations, raising rats is cheap, efficient, and surprisingly rewarding. Let's take a closer look at how this unusual livestock is feeding thousands and transforming lives. There are over 1,000 species of rats around the world. You'll find them almost everywhere: city sewers filled with sewer rats, rural fields, home to rice rats, and even deep forests or scorching deserts where humans can't survive. Though often seen as destructive pests, rats are surprisingly fascinating. They can squeeze through holes the size of a coin, survive long falls, and even laugh when tickled. When it comes to catching rats, people have come up with some surprisingly clever methods. In cities and rural homes, DIY traps made from cages, plastic bottles, or even balloons floating over buckets are commonly used. These traps are cheap, effective, and often catch multiple rats overnight. In many countries, trained dogs are used to chase and catch rats with incredible speed and accuracy. These dogs can detect rats hiding under debris or in thick vegetation, making them perfect rat hunters. Out in the rice fields, farmers go old school. After harvesting, they dig into the soil to find hidden rats, often catching them by hand. One innovative method involves using smoke machines. Farmers pump smoke into rat burrows, forcing the animals to flee straight into waiting baskets. Shockingly, in places like Vietnam and Cambodia, millions of field rats are caught every year not just to control pests, but also for food. In some regions, up to 3,000 tons of rats are harvested annually and sold in markets. In parts of Vietnam and Thailand, rat farming has become a surprising but growing business. There are large-scale rat farms where hundreds of rats are raised in concrete pens. Others build wide, airy rooms with good ventilation and line the floor with rice husks to absorb moisture and reduce odor. It's low cost and easy to manage. Feeding the rats is just as simple and cheap. Farmers use leftovers from rice harvesting, broken rice, corn, and vegetables. A single adult rat only needs about 20–30 grams of food per day, making them one of the most efficient animals to raise in terms of feed. Some farmers recycle food waste from markets or restaurants to feed hundreds of rats at virtually no cost. Shockingly, a small rat farm can produce over 500 kilograms of meat every few months with minimal investment. And because field rats grow fast and reproduce quickly, they're seen as a high-return livestock. A healthy adult rat can sell for more than chicken, and the demand is growing. To begin, farmers select healthy wild rats or buy starter breeding pairs. These are released into the enclosures to mate and multiply. A female rat can give birth to 7 to 12 pups per litter and can reproduce every 25 to 30 days, making population growth extremely rapid. When it's time to harvest, the process is quick and clean. Farmers use long-handled grabbers and thick gloves to avoid bites, as the rats can still be fast and aggressive. Once rats are harvested, the meat goes through a surprisingly careful process. First, the animals are cleaned, fur is burned off over open flames or hot water, and the internal organs are removed. The meat is then washed thoroughly, sometimes marinated with lemongrass, garlic, and chili, depending on the local recipe. In Vietnam and Cambodia, rat meat is grilled, deep-fried, stir-fried, or stewed. The taste? Many say it's similar to free-range chicken or rabbit lean, sweet and slightly chewy. It's a popular delicacy in the Mekong Delta and in rural Cambodian towns, especially during the post-harvest season. Nutritionally, rat meat is high in protein and low in fat. Some locals even believe it boosts energy and strengthens the immune system. While that's still debated, one thing's clear: rat meat is a key part of food security in rural Southeast Asia. For many families, turning rats from pests into profit has transformed their lives, making rat farming and processing not just practical, but essential. Would you dare to try rat meat? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more surprising food stories from around the world. Did you know that the Duroc pig, with its signature reddish hue, isn't just any pig? It's a global powerhouse in pork production, with tens of millions raised worldwide every single year. From sprawling high-tech farms to cutting-edge processing plants, we're taking you on an exclusive journey inside the fascinating world of Duroc pig farming and how these amazing animals are transformed into the fresh, high-quality pork products that land on your plate. Meet the Duroc, the laid-back, reddish heavyweight of the pig world. Originally bred in the early 1800s from a mix of Jersey Reds and Old Duroc pigs, these guys are famous for their muscular build, calm temperament, and that signature golden red to deep mahogany coat. But here's a fun twist. When Durocs are crossbred, their piglets can come in a surprising variety of colors, not just red, because their coat color depends on the genetics of both mom and dad. And get this, a fully grown male Duroc can weigh up to a whopping 882 pounds. That's nearly half a car. Whether for their juicy, marbled meat or their easygoing attitude, Durocs have definitely earned their spot as one of the most popular pig breeds in the world. Duroc pigs are pretty much the superstars of pig farming across the globe, especially popular in the United States, Europe, and parts of Asia where high-quality pork is in big demand. You'll often find them on commercial farms. They've got a muscular, solid frame and those signature floppy ears that hang forward like they're just too chill to stand upright. Duroc pigs aren't just tough, they're total outdoor adventurers. These hardy hogs can handle chilly weather like champs, even enjoying a stroll or playtime in the snow. And when it's warmer, oh, they love a good mud bath. Not only does it help them stay cool, but it's also kind of their idea of a spa day. Durocs are known to be calm, friendly, and pretty easygoing, not the type to stir up drama in the pen. Whether they're rooting around outside or just lounging in the sun, they're relaxed, curious, and surprisingly social for such chunky little tanks. When it comes to housing Duroc pigs, comfort and cleanliness are key, and farmers have plenty of smart setups to choose from. One common model is the open pen system. Then there are well-ventilated shelters with solid roofing, designed to protect the pigs from harsh weather while keeping the air fresh and cool. For a more structured setup, some farms use concrete-floored divided pens, making it easier to manage pigs by age or size, and to maintain high hygiene standards. Duroc pigs aren't picky eaters, but they sure know how to bulk up on the good stuff. Their main diet includes cornmeal, bran, and nutritious pig feed that's packed with the right balance of protein, fiber, and energy to support their rapid growth. To keep things healthy and natural, farmers also add fresh greens like leafy vegetables, sweet potato vines, or banana stems. Many farms today are turning to free-range methods for raising Duroc pigs, and these pigs absolutely thrive in that setup. Once released onto open fields, they don't waste a second. They immediately start rooting around, foraging for food with impressive enthusiasm. Whether it's bugs, roots, or tasty greens, Durocs love the hunt. After a good romp around the pasture, the pigs are calmly herded back to their pens, where they can rest, eat a proper meal, and stay safe for the night. Breeding Duroc pigs is a thoughtful process, and it all starts with separating the breeder pigs into their own special pens for closer care and management. Farmers often cross Durocs with other pig breeds to take advantage of each breed's strengths. One of the most common and effective methods used today is artificial insemination. Instead of relying on natural mating, farmers collect semen from healthy boars and use it to breed sows with precision and high efficiency. A healthy Duroc sow typically gives birth to 8 to 12 piglets per litter, though some supermoms can go even higher. After birth, the piglets stay close to their mother, nursing frequently to build up strength and immunity during those crucial first weeks. Once they're old enough, usually around 3 to 4 weeks old, and strong enough to eat solid food, the piglets are weaned and moved to separate nursery pens. Duroc pigs are typically ready for market at around 5 to 6 months old, when they've reached an ideal weight of about 100–120 kilograms. Once they're selected for slaughter, the process begins with stunning and bleeding to ensure humane handling. From there, it's all about speed and precision. The pigs are moved through a high-tech processing line filled with automated, sensor-guided machines. These machines handle each step with amazing accuracy. Neck cutting, belly slitting, organ removal, and splitting the carcass in half, ensuring cleanliness before moving to chilling or further processing. Inside the processing plant, it's all hands and machines on deck. Skilled workers team up with powerful cutting-edge machines to butcher, trim, and separate the meat with speed and precision. From massive carcass splitters to automated slicers, every part of the Duroc pig is carefully handled to ensure maximum yield and quality. Meanwhile, the workers move fast and efficiently, each focused on a specific task: deboning, cutting, sorting, and packing, all under strict hygiene standards. Thanks to this coordinated effort, the plant churns out fresh, clean, and high-quality pork cuts ready to hit supermarket shelves or restaurant kitchens. Known for its rich flavor, tenderness, and beautiful marbling, Duroc pork is often used for dishes that really let the meat shine. Think juicy pork chops, succulent ribs, slow-roasted shoulders, or even premium cured meats like ham and bacon. Nutritionally, Duroc pork is a solid source of high-quality protein, essential for muscle growth and repair. It's also packed with important vitamins and minerals like B vitamins, zinc, iron, and selenium. And thanks to its fine grain and intramuscular fat, the meat stays moist and flavorful even after cooking. Whether grilled, roasted, or smoked, Duroc pork delivers a melt-in-your-mouth experience that's hard to beat.